Hi everyone, Alex here again from the Smart Betting Club with another video in my video bet diary series. This time, as the title suggests, I'm going through the 8 strategies that now make up my betting portfolio. So I've actually added some more strategies, some more services since my last video. I now have 8 different strategies, services, tipsters, whatever you want to call them. So I've really diversified my portfolio, something that I'm keen on. So yeah, I want to talk about that today. Obviously, you can see my mug now. So you can see my face, which is great. Best to get your face out there. Hey. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so just a crude slide here, just showing you the 8 services that I now have. So people who have watched before will be familiar with Bookie Bashing Golf Tracker, the Bookie Bashing Racing Tracker, the Poacher, CD Systems Daily Bargain. I also last time added Multiple Power and the Value Machine. I now have added PGA Profit Golf Tips, betting on the exchange with them, and the Northern Monkey Horse Racing Tips to Service, plus a really interesting one that I've only just added is Bookie Bashing Football Coupons, which I'll come on to later. Okay, so the idea of this is, obviously there's 8 services, so I don't want to make it too long-winded, but I mentioned diversification. I think it's important to diversify your portfolio for a number of reasons. So if one is losing, your overall portfolio doesn't take too big a hit. You can certainly experiment with different strategies, find out which ones work the best, which ones don't. It's easier on your bookmaker accounts. So some of these strategies are on the exchange. So, when using bookmaker accounts, you're going to run into account closures and restrictions. By betting on the exchange, I get around that. And if I get them all working well together, it only takes less profit from each one to have a bigger overall profit picture. So I think there's other people out there that are advocates of diversifying your portfolio. I think probably a lot of professional bettors, value bettors, full-time bettors will advocate this. So yeah, something to be aware of, something that I think we'll probably go into more detail on further down the line, possibly another video. So yeah, anyway, let's get into the 8 services. Like I said, I'll try and be quick on each one. But I just want to give you an idea of the differences, the pros and cons, and hopefully you guys can maybe take away some bits you like. You can see how someone else is doing it through, multiple services, and hopefully learn something from it. Okay, so the first one, the Bookie Bashing Golf Tracker. I love betting on golf. Golf Tracker is a tool that I use from Bookie Bashing to bet on golf. It's fantastic. You can see here my numbers and my results. So I'm now up to have 514 bets, which is just over £11,000 staked. And my profit and loss is now £7,753.69. So yeah, amazing profit with that. Very happy as I was before. The return on investment figures and the return on capital, the bank growth figures are fantastic. So in terms of pros and cons, pros, obviously it's lucrative. You can see the results. There's a clear edge. Effort, betting on golf in general is less effort. So, I'm only spending a couple of hours a week on this really. So yeah, a couple of hours, you get 10, 20 bets down on both tours, and then you're done for the week. So minimal effort. And then specifically with Bookie Bashing Golf Tracker, there's autonomy to the service. So you actually use the tool at your leisure. You can go onto the tool, find your own selections, rather than waiting for tips and stuff like that to come into your inbox or whatever. So great. Cons, struggled with a negative with this really, but one I have struggled with is getting money down. Since I've been so profitable with it, my starting bank has increased from £2,000 to actually £5,000 now. It means I'm actually putting quite big stakes on to win quite a lot of money if it wins, of course. So yeah, getting money down with some of the bookmakers is a struggle. They won't always let me have the full amount, so something to be aware of. So the Bookie Bashing Racing Track, again from Bookie Bashing, another great service. Just going through the numbers quickly. I've now got 685 bets down on this. This is since February. All of the Bookie Bashing stuff is since February. Staked a whopping £40,000, amazing. And profit and loss is just over £7,000. It works out at an ROI of just over 18%, or my bank has grown to 143.31%. So amazing numbers again. Pros and cons. Pros, lucrative, as you can see by the numbers. There's obviously a clear edge. Volume, these two go hand in hand really. But as I have autonomy with this, it's another tool that I can go on and find my own selections. It means I can get loads of volume down. So sometimes I'm getting like 20 bets down a day using a lucky 15 strategy, which we've talked about before. I can get 20 bets, 20 lucky 15s down a day across multiple bookmakers. So yeah, amazing. Cons, time, because there is a fair bit of value around, and on busy days when I'm getting 20 bets down, takes a lot of time. It's a lot of sitting in front of a screen waiting for the right selections to appear. And this is the one I've had account closures with. It's probably fair to say that bookmakers are pretty hot on on punters taking horse racing value. So that's happened to me multiple times, and I have had account closures. Okay, the Poacher then. The Poacher is a football tipster. So unlike the previous two, this is a tipster where selections are provided for me. You can see here one of the services that I'm not in profit with. I've actually made 124 bets now. My point size is at £20. Staked £3,000, and yet I'm about £50 down, so nothing major. And you can see the percentages there. So I've missed a lot of bets with the Poacher. I'll go into that in a second, I guess. But the pros and cons. So all these bets are on the exchange. So, I'm not going to face any chances of account restrictions for bookmakers. And the effort is a couple of bets a day, minimal effort for what is a profitable strategy normally. And I'll go into this, I guess, next. So the cons, I've actually missed bets. This is due to timings and not being able to get on some of these bets because they're coming out a little bit later. So I've missed a lot. I've only made 124 bets since I started this, which I think was, again, back in February. The number of tips since then is a lot more than this. Because of that, I've missed some winners. So there you go. Okay, CD Systems Daily Bargain is a horse racing tipster. So like the Poacher, again, tips into my email inbox. Numbers here are fantastic. I'm now up to 102 bets, staked just over £1,000. My profit is £590. And yeah, here are my return on investment figures and return on capital. So really healthy. Pros. Oh, has he gone? Pros then, clear edge. This guy tips odds that regularly beat the closing line. Plus there's winners galore for horse racing. And this is another service that I'm using on the exchange. So again, no bookmaker, no risk of account closures and bookmaker restrictions. Cons. So I need to stop clicking. Cons. This has become a bit of a big deal recently, but I've missed odds on a number of winners recently. He's had four. The guy that runs the service, the tipster, he's had 4 winners in the last 8, I think, before recording this video. And I could only get BSP, Betfair starting price on those. I actually missed the advised odds when the tips came out. That means what I'm actually doing is spreading my stake around on Betfair. And so what that means is that some of my stake was not accepted. So I'm only sort of getting the winning odds or the profit from a certain portion of my total stake. My point size is currently £20. So this sort of new staking strategy that I tried had been working for me, but in the last couple of weeks it hasn't. So this number, if getting it the advised odds, this number should be a lot bigger. Now, this can be a bit of a bugbear with horse racing tipsters, especially successful ones. They move the market with their tips, and it's sometimes difficult to get on at the advised price. I'm currently finding that I wasn't before. So this is something for me to sort of keep analysing and see what happens and how that affects me further down the line. Okay, a new one in my portfolio, PGA Profit. I'm using this on the Betfair exchange, so really great. Again, no risk of account closures with the bookies, and it's a golf service. This is PGA Profit is a tipster service. So this is a golf service that I can use on the exchange rather than using the bookmakers like the Bookie Bashing Golf Tracker. So that's a big plus. Effort, again, like with all golf, it's only a few bets a week. Normally PGA Profit, the tipping service, tips 4 or 5 selections a week, all on, and they can be taken either at bookmakers or on the exchange. I'm choosing to take them at the exchange. I think in the last 6 or 7 months, PGA Profit's exchange bets are something ridiculous, like 300 points up. So an extremely profitable service at the exchange. So I'm taking them on the exchange. It's like 20 minutes work, if that. So great stuff. Just one con, I've only placed 10 bets. I've just started doing this, so confidence yet. I mean, I do have confidence as if the 300 points profit is independently reviewed by Smart Betting Club. But yeah, I need to build some confidence myself with it, I guess, as well. Okay, Multiple Power and the Value Machine are 2 horse racing services. Multiple Power is a tipster service that is based on the Value Machine's algorithm, strategy, etc. So Multiple Power, you get tips into your inbox, and the Value Machine is a tool that you can run yourself, a bit like the Bookie Bashing Horse Tracker. So yeah, so again, not too far down the line with this, only 46 bets, but I'm not in profit. I'm making a loss of just under £600. So I hope to see that turn around soon. Multiple Power is having a bit of a tough run. As the name suggests, the tips from Multiple Power are tipped as multiples. So that comes with the risk of high variance, and at the minute we're experiencing a bit of a downswing. All it will take is one of those multiples with Trixie or Yankee to come in, and you're back in profit. So we'll see how that goes. So pros and cons, kind of talked about that, but the autonomy here is for the Value Machine tool, and the volume, they go hand in hand. If there are some cons, it's maybe the variance and the confidence at the minute of Multiple Power. But yeah, we'll see if that changes further down the line. Okay, Northern Monkey then. Northern Monkey is a horse racing tipster service. So again, tips into your inbox, tips provided for you. I've actually got a decent amount of volume down here, but I think I only started end of July, start of August maybe, but I've made 188 bets. volume is quite big here. You know, you'll often get sort of, you know, on busy days, I don't know, maybe it's not uncommon to get 10 bets. So, you know, there's plenty of volume there. The guy who runs it, clearly his edge presents him with selections very often. But yeah, start of this service still, but I am in profit, £60 in profit, so that's all good. Pros, a clear edge, like I mentioned. Volume, again, it's not just 1 or 2 tips a day, you know, it can be 10 plus. Cons, do find this one quite time consuming because I have to bring up odds checker and make sure that I'm getting the odds at the best price. You know, I'm line shopping essentially. So yeah, it can be time consuming. And the other con is I do miss some bets. And this one's earlier in the day, so I tend to miss less of these. But yeah, I still have missed some bets due to the fact that it's someone providing me the bets. And if I don't get them on them quick enough, then the odds go or whatever. Okay, so this is one that's a bit outside of the box. This is bookie bashing football coupons. I won't go into too much detail here, and but I still want to give it some justice, I guess. But this is all about betting at the betting shops. So you know, normally the strategies that you see in the sort of value betting space online, on Twitter, whatever, you know, it's all about betting on the bookmakers' websites. That obviously has the risk of account closures and, you know, not getting enough money down and stuff like that. This is a strategy. This is a value betting strategy that is based on betting in betting shops. So you can still value bet in betting shops. Bookie bashing users do it all the time. The founder has done this and has got you know, extremely good profitable records. There's the Smart Betting Club SBC have just released a new magazine. In that, they review this service in detail, so I'll direct you to that to learn more about that. But yeah, SBC members definitely read that. Non-SBC members just sign up to SBC and read that because it's genius. Okay, I've just started. I made two bets. My point size is £70. It's done by betting on football coupons in ACCAs. So I'm betting on £70. ACCAs is actually trebles, but find out more in the magazine. Pros and cons offline. So you're not going to run the risk of restrictions. Volume, you can still get volume down, especially if you're in an area with multiple betting shops. Cons, effort. You got to get in the car. You got to go to a shop. It's easier to sit in front of a computer and put your bets on. Of course, really interested to see how this one goes, and look forward to reporting on it later down the line. Okay, so just an overall picture then. These are my overall results since February 2021. This is when I first started doing my Smart Betting Club betting portfolio. So Golf Tracker and Horse Racing Tracker stand out, of course. Some of these are very new. PGA Profit is new. Northern Monkey is new. Shop Coupons is new. This is newish as well. So I expect, I hope some of these services will catch up. Total profit of just under 7 months betting, I believe it was, is £15,113.84 in 7 months. So over the moon with that. If I can continue these sort of profit levels for the rest of the year, try and double it, yeah, I'll be super happy. It is possible. I do have other work that I do. I do have another job. I'm only part-time betting. And, you know, I'm making this as a sizable second income. You know, it is possible to do both. So, yeah, I hope that provides some sort of inspiration. As always, questions, comments, and suggestions are very much welcome. Let us know in the comment section below if you've got anything to say. watch out for the links below as well. We'll link to some of the stuff that I talked about as well. So yeah, go and expand your mind. Cheers.